Here are 3 different ways we prepare our garden beds, and each method is not only simple and natural, but it also builds strong, healthy soil that will produce excellent crops for many seasons. These are not just tips, they are long-term solutions. They give back more than what you put in. They recycle old waste and transform it into life. And most importantly, they make the soil come alive. Let's talk about the first method we love to use. A while back, we recycled old water tanks and turned them into compost bins. Over time, they filled up with all sorts of organic materials, vegetable scraps, fruit peels, garden clippings, and dry leaves. These bins were perfect for balancing green materials, which provide nitrogen, and brown materials, which provide carbon. This balance is very important because it helps the pile break down into compost efficiently. Now that one of the tanks is empty, we are left with a partially decomposed compost pile, which still contains many useful nutrients and microbes. Instead of waiting for it to finish composting inside the bin, we decided to use it directly in the garden. The first thing we do is spread the compost pile evenly across the area we want to prepare. This step increases the surface area and allows air, moisture, and microbes to get in and finish the breakdown process faster. It's amazing how something that looks messy at first begins to look like rich soil once you level it. Even if your compost isn't fully ready yet, it's still good to go if it's breaking down well and has the right materials. After spreading, we add a layer of loamy soil on top. This soil contains its own microbes and helps speed up the composting. It also keeps the moisture in and protects the organic matter from drying in the sun. Now comes our favorite trick, activated charcoal. Activated charcoal helps create a habitat for even more microbes. It doesn't just stay in the soil, it attracts and shelters the good bacteria and fungi that break down organic materials. We make a liquid solution with activated charcoal and pour it over the compost bed. The liquid flows deep into the organic matter, boosting microbial life and making the decomposition process much faster. If you're interested, we also have a detailed video on how to make activated charcoal, so be sure to check it out on our channel. Once everything is in place, we leave the bed undisturbed for 4 to 6 weeks. During this time, we make sure the bed stays moist by watering it occasionally, especially if the weather is hot and dry. Microbes need moisture to do their work, and a dry compost bed will decompose much more slowly. After a few weeks, the bed will begin to look and smell like real soil. It becomes soft, dark, and full of life. The result is a rich, fertile bed that's ready for planting and will continue to feed plants for many seasons. The second method is something we discovered after potato harvesting. There's nothing quite like pulling potatoes out of the soil. It's one of those moments in gardening that brings so much joy. But after harvesting, we're always left with a pile of old potato plants. Many people just throw them away, but we've found a better use. First, we collect all the healthy potato plants, making sure to remove any that are diseased or infected. This is important because we don't want to spread pests or diseases into our garden beds. Smaller pieces break down faster and release nutrients more quickly. We then spread them evenly across the surface of the garden bed. These plants took nutrients from the soil while growing, and now we are returning those nutrients back by letting them decompose. To make this method more powerful, we add neem cake powder on top. Neem cake is a natural product made from neem seeds. It not only adds nutrients, but also helps protect the soil from harmful pests and nematodes. Sprinkling neem cake over the chopped plants helps to feed the soil and defend it at the same time. After that, we add a layer of fully decomposed compost or manure. This layer is full of active microbes that will quickly break down the potato plants and neem powder. Once everything is layered, we water the bed lightly to start the decomposition process. This method speeds up the breakdown of plant material. What normally takes 2 or 3 months in a compost pile happens in just 3 to 4 weeks in the garden bed. The third method is very simple and useful, especially when cleaning up old garden beds. First, we start by cutting down old plants and removing weeds. It's important to pull out the weeds because they compete with your plants for nutrients and space. But instead of throwing everything away, we cut the plants and weeds into small pieces and leave them right there on the bed. This way, they become organic matter that will slowly feed the soil. One key detail is not to disturb the roots too much. The roots of old plants still hold millions of microbes that live in the soil. By leaving them in place, we allow those microbes to keep doing their job and help build healthy soil. Next, we add a layer of compost or decomposed manure. This is the food for the microbes. It's full of nutrients and helps the old plant material break down even faster. Phosphorus helps roots grow deep and strong, while calcium supports plant structure. Because bone meal releases nutrients slowly, it keeps feeding the soil for a long time, which is perfect for garden beds that will support many plants over the season. Finally, we cover everything with a layer of mulch. For this method, we use sawdust. Mulch is very important. It protects the soil from direct sunlight, keeps moisture in, and stops weeds from growing. It also keeps the temperature stable, which is important for microbes and plant roots. Over time, even the mulch will break down and add organic matter to the bed. This layered method, chopped plants, compost, bone meal, and mulch, creates a garden bed that is full of life. Each layer has a job. Some feed the soil, some protect it, and others hold everything together. By the time spring arrives, the bed will be ready, rich and alive. The soil will hold moisture better, provide steady nutrients, and support whatever plants you decide to grow. All three of these methods are easy to follow. Use materials you already have in your garden and turn waste into something valuable. They don't just prepare your bed for one season. They improve the soil over time and help you grow better plants every year. You don't need chemical fertilizers or expensive soil mixes, just a little planning, the right organic materials, and some patience. These natural techniques are powerful, effective, and simple. And if you want to see how we do it step by step, check out our videos on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. We have many more ideas, fertilizers, and sprays coming your way.